Am I the only one that throughout the entire episode just felt anxious as hell? It just really felt like one of those episodes like, what's gonna happen? Adrenaline rushing, so to speak, with this episode. You got them running, trying to use strategy, ducking and dodging, all sorts of shit. This episode was one of those high level, high energy type of episodes. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, because I felt it was very interesting nonetheless, was Killua versus Pouf in this episode, because that was something very interesting nonetheless, in the fact that Killua was manhandling this dude. Now, granted, it was a clone. It wasn't completely his number one, pure self nonetheless, but it was really interesting the fact that he was doing him in. Like, he was like, yo, you step in the circle, you're getting fucked up. And Pouf went in there trying to be big man and got destroyed. Does that mean that Killua is close to, like, Royal Guard level? And if so, that goes to show how strong Killua has, at the very least, I don't know really about Gon, if he could take out Pito, highly doubt it, but Killua was holding his own against the Royal Guard. Again, it was a clone, but nonetheless, I found that very intriguing in the sense that he was holding his own, he was doing, a great defense, and Pouf seemingly couldn't do anything to stop him, so that says a lot about how far Killua has come. Now, a lot of this episode had to do with Meruem's character. To a certain degree, I'm not too fond of what he is right now, in a sense where he's like, again, a lot of that character development that he had prior to this is in the balance right now, and it still has me anxious. That's another reason why I felt so anxious, because if he doesn't remember Komugi, if Pouf is successful with this, then that amazing, in-depth character will be gone. To be honest with you, it almost seems as though right now he's fighting between being Cell from Dragon Ball Z and being Meruem, the Ant King, because now he's just basically focusing all his attention on, yes, we got to be the perfect evolution. We have to be at the top of the food chain. Using humans will get us to where we need to be. We need to be perfect. And I was just thinking like, holy fuck, you're very similar to Cell. So it's almost as if without all the development he got from Komugi and everything that happened, he would be just simply like very similar to Cell from Dragon Ball Z. He just wants to be the perfect evolution. So it's very vital that he gets those memories back. And I'm going to be sorely disappointed, I'll be honest with you, if he doesn't get those memories. If he doesn't retain them, then he's just like, I want to be perfect, and that really just reminds me of Cell. And I found it very interesting that they have a connection now, the Meruem, the Ant King, Pouf, and Youpi, and pretty much, I don't quite get it. Is it that, like, pretty much he can sense what they're feeling, for the most part, if they're lying? Because he sees something is definitely up. Pouf isn't, Pouf is doing so much shit on the slide. We see, he's lying to him, he's trying to hide it, he doesn't want him to get those memories back. Maybe Meruem knows to a certain extent that, he's lying and he's up to something, but he doesn't know what, so that's why he's giving him the benefit of the doubt. So I feel he's still retaining some of those human characteristics of pretty much like, I'm not going to kill my comrades immediately, and that's why he gave Youpi that chance, and he was like, I'm glad you at least told me the truth. I'm not going to punish you. That's all I ask. Tell me the truth. So I really hope, and this is 100% what I really hope for, I really hope Meruem finally gets the truth. He finds out, Komugi and everything, and all the memories come back, and he just looks at Pouf and grabs him by his fucking neck and just rips his head off, clean off. That would be ideal for me, even though it would be animalistic behavior, but Pouf, I hate Pouf now. And it's the good, like, hate. Like, you're supposed to hate Pouf, but he's just so maniacal, so diabolical. And it's like, what the fuck, you piece of shit? Hunter x Hunter loves to tease. End of the episode had me anxious again. Like I said, the best word to describe how I felt watching this episode is anxious. You set up something amazing, and then you just stop right there with Gon and Pito arriving. They're pretty much in front of the place where I'm guessing that's where Kite is located. And oh my gosh, I can't fucking wait. So good setup at the end that they're almost there, so we got progression in that aspect, and we overall got progression towards the castle, and as far as like, just seeing more or less the characterization of what Meruem is right now. So overall episode, it was a fine one. It wasn't amazing or anything like that. It was, for the most part, like a lot of running and stuff like that, but there was some good bits to it. So overall, I'm gonna give this episode a 6.5 out of 10. It was fine. Looking forward to next week to see where it goes, because again, shit is getting intense, and the setup and build up from this episode, I'd imagine it's gonna be a huge payoff. Like, I just can't wait to see Gon versus Neferpitou. Can Gon replicate some of the skill that Killua did in this episode, where he was taking on one of the Royal Guards? Because if that's the case, then fuck, these little ones have come a long way. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, if the king does get his memories back and he finds out what Pouf has been doing all along, do you think he's gonna kill him? Is he gonna extract revenge for all the bullshit that Pouf has been doing? Also, is it safe to say that Killua is at the very least close to Royal Guard power when he's in Godspeed? Because again, you saw what went down. Pouf was fucking like, he couldn't take it. And overall, with that setup, do you think that Neferpitou is gonna go down next episode? And how do you think it's gonna go down if it does happen? Because I'm calling it. He's gonna go fucking ballistic when she tells him, bro, he's dead. I can't do anything. Just an overall thoughts of the episode, but that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say, or if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.